together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we save, making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah. It's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle, and I will be joined here by my brother in just a little bit. But we have a decent-sized hockey card for today. We got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games. We're supposed to have 10. And they added the game from yesterday that was postponed. So we will be getting Blackhawks and Sabres today. We will go over that because I believe there will be a small change in that game with the Blackhawks getting a day off in between now. So we will be going over that. We have a 5-game NBA slate. So we got a decent card for today to go over. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday. 1-1 right, 1-1 wrong in the world of sports betting. And it was a solid day. It was a very nice day, 8-2 overall, up 3.76 units. College basketball went 1-1, down 0.05 units for me, half units each. IPFW minus 17 loses outright to IUPUI. That was a stunner there. The Jaguars pull off the upset against the Mastodons. And then we get Auburn minus 11.5 later in the night. They got the job done. They won by, I want to say, 20. So 1-1 there. Down 0.05 units, so down the juice there for college basketball. NHL kept it simple, went 1-0. 1-0 up 1 unit. Montreal, New Jersey under 6.5, minus 115 was a winner. So I was looking at Les Habitants as well. I stayed off. I just went with the under, and the under came through. NBA was so close to board sweepage in the NBA. That would have been sweet. But the Toronto Raptors plus 105 was as easy as it gets. They were up 23 at halftime, or 23 at the end of the first quarter, 30 at halftime, and never looked back. Same thing with Cleveland. They were up big early and ran away with it late. They won by, I want to say, 38 or 40 points. I don't remember which one it was. So the Cleveland plus 4, Cleveland plus 155, easy winners there. My only loser of the night was the Pelicans first half minus 7. It was just me trying to double down on the Pelicans, which they end up covering full game, the minus 12. So split out on that game. And then end of the night with an outright doggy winner. Portland plus 6, Portland plus 200 comes through. Late night action there. So NBA went 6-1, up 2.81 units. Overall 8-2, up 3.76 units. And in the month of January and in the year of 2024, 124, 126, and 2, up 4.06 units. Hoping to keep the good times going here. I believe that's 3 days in a row, because I think the last losing day I had was on the 14th. Yeah, last losing day was on the 14th. Had plus 4.63 units on the 15th. Had 1.56 yesterday, or 2 days ago. 3.76 yesterday. So 3 straight profitable days. Looking to make it 4 here for today. I know over on the site was a good night last night because we got, we were up 4.67 units yesterday. We went 8-3. So it was a good day yesterday. We're number 1 on the yesterday tab, number 4 on the last 7 days. We're number 2 for 2024, only behind Higgs by about 2.5 units. So off to a good start in 2024, but we will get into today's games because you're only as good as your last bet. So let's get into the chat, and then we will head over to the games for today. Big Mouth Rob in the chat. What is good, Rob? My guy. What's good, Nathan Cerna? Yo, what's good, Markel? Raptors. Got my CC paid off. Hell yeah. There you go. Good morning. Parlay the Sabres with something. Let's have a winning day. We'll see about that, Real Deal Prime. We will see about that. Red Wings. Yeah, that was a dog that I didn't get. And I kind of mentioned that I thought the dogs were both live, or not necessarily the Red Wings, but I thought 2 of the 3 dogs last night, obviously we had the one postponed game, were very live, especially after favorites went 8-0 the night before. But with that being said, we will get into today's card here when we have the Minnesota Wild traveling to Tampa Bay to take on the Lightning. The Lightning minus 135 favorites, total 6.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here, which is on this tab. Let's get up the NHL. For this game here, as we have this line opened up, if this wants to load, that would be cool there. This line opened up with the Lightning as minus 143 favorites. It's down to a 134, so we've had a move towards the Wild. Line opened up at a 6.5 minus 106. It's down to a 6 at minus 123. So a move towards the under and a move towards the Wild in this game here, as we have 38% of the tickets and 80% of the cash is on the Wild. So that does make sense, the line move in that direction. 75% of the tickets are on the under, and the line has moved down half a goal. Granted, this is only 3,000 tickets in. But looking at the numbers here, I have this game projected for the Lightning to be around a minus 140, minus 145 favorite. That's with Gustafsson in net. I would like to see Fleury in net, because I would like to fade Fleury, especially after breaking the record or passing Patrick Waugh for number 2 all time. I would like to fade him after that. So that I'm hoping they announce it's Fleury. If it's Fleury, I'm more inclined. I'm not more inclined. I will be inclined to move on the Lightning in this game. I'd be more inclined to move on the Lightning in this game. I'm seeing unconfirmed Marc-Andre Fleury and Andrei Vasilevsky. I would love to see Fleury in net here. And I feel like I'd be willing to take a risk to say it's Fleury and bet the Lightning here. And then the next question would be whether or not I take the minus 135, or you take the minus 1 line, which is like plus 115 or something along those lines. I still think the money line is very playable here for the Lightning in this game. So I would look towards maybe just playing Lightning money line minus 135. I think that is very affordable, and it's not a bad price on the Lightning. I have this game, with Fleury, I would have them projected at around a minus 170. So I'm going to take the risk and say it's going to be Fleury in that, I think, because I do think this line would move if they do announce Fleury in this game. I would like the Wild or not the Wild. I would like the Lightning in this spot here. I'm staring at the Wild logo there. Minus 135 Tampa Bay Lightning here for me. Locked and loaded. All right. TF is UD Blue Hens laying 7.5 points. Let's take a look, because they are playing Stony Brook. Because they are playing Stony Brook, and we have them projected at an 8.5. Let me take a look at that matchup a little bit. We could take a quick look at that matchup there, because Stony Brook is not the greatest. They're 9-8. Oh, that's kind of it. Yeah, I could see why. They're at home. They have the better record. Yeah. I mean, I had that game projected for 8.5. So I understand. Why they are. Pistons plus 12 cover. Yes. There you go. Yo. Was good, Joe Kryptonite. Lightning puck line. I like it. I'm on the money line. Michigan at 8:30. I think that was a play that Tim gave out on Balling Out last night. We have Michigan as about 4.5 point dog on the spreadsheet, but I believe Tim probably gave out the plus 2.5 for them on Balling Out, a system play. Beyond in 10. There you go. What's good, Brad? Timmy. Where's Tim? He'll be here in a couple minutes. think I like Earle minus 2.5. It takes it today, like Michigan State, though. Fair? It's already past him. He said he'd be there in 10. But we'll move on to the next matchup here where we have the Washington Capitals and the St. Louis Blues in this game. We have the Capitals as minus 115 home favorites, total 5.5 in this game. Kind of interesting that this line is the way it is. The line opened up at a minus 107 for the Capitals. It's up to a 110 on BetOnline, so it's moved slightly towards Washington. Line opened up minus 125 for the over 5.5, and it stayed put there as well. Let's take a look at my numbers for this game, where Capitals. There we go. Where I have this game projected around 6. So I think this could be a sneaky over in this spot here. And I have the Blues projected around minus 130 in this game, minus 125, minus 130. That is with Kemper and net. I'm wondering if they go to Lindgren or if they try to play Kemper a little bit here. If it's Lindgren, I'd be a little bit less confident in the Blues. I'm kind of thinking the over in this game is worth a look at 5.5. I have this game projected at a 6. And I get it. These two teams, we look at them and they've been more of under teams. The Blues are a team that I think could put up some goals, and especially if it's Darcy Kuemper. I'm not a fan of Darcy. The Blues have won 4 in a row against these Capitals and 6 of 7 against the Capitals, which is kind of interesting there. Blues coming in off of back-to-back losses to end their homestand against Boston in overtime and against Philly. On the flip side, we have Washington coming in off of a shutout win on the 16th against the Ducks. They've had a day off since then. Washington 12-7-4 at home. St. Louis 8-11-1 on the road. So St. Louis is definitely a better home team than their road team, which does give me a little bit of pause. 13-8-1 at home at Enterprise. But maybe hitting the road will be a good thing for this team, losing 3 out of 4 on that homestand. Their only win was that 5-2 win against the Rangers. And I think maybe we see the Blues play better here on the road. I would lean Blues and over. I might get to it too. We'll see. Nothing at the moment, but I would lean St. Louis. I think the stronger lean is the Blues, but I also lean over as well. So lean Blues, lean over. Might get to the Blues later. Morning, Nick. Morning. Check out their new lineup. Whose new lineup? Blues? Capitals? Who? We'll be going to this game live. There you go. It's Blues money line and the reverse puck line. I just might move on the Blues. I'm really tempted to. Over is worth a sprinkle considering it's 5.5, and I like those 2 unders most of the year. Yeah, but all of a sudden, I mean, with the 5.5 number, the Blues have gone over 5.5 in 4 straight games. 5-1 loss against Florida, 5-2 win over New York, 4-3 loss against Boston, 4-2 loss against Philly. Granted, the Capitals are not going over. 4-1, 3-2, 2-1, 2-0. Previous to that, though, 4-3, 6-2, 6-3, 4-3. So they are a little streaky team here. 5.5 does seem like a low number. I would like to move on the 5.5. It's very rare we see 5.5s here. I'm going to do it. I'm going to move on both the Blues and the over in this spot. I'm going to be probably entirely too invested in this game. But hey, St. Louis Blues minus 105, over 5.5 as well here.
Good morning.
Morning. Welcome.
Thank you. Blues and Capitals. Okay. I feel like if I'm going after anything in this game, it's player props. On the side of Washington, it's Wilson or Strome. Point props, Strome goal prop could be interesting. Ovechkin assist prop could be interesting. If I'm going after anything on the Blues, I feel like I've been going and backing one guy a bunch, and he's been kind of he's kind of gone off a little bit lately. But I like Neighbors. Normally you can get a good price for him, so I kind of look towards that. Maybe a little bit of Thomas for an assist. Kyrou for an assist, something in that nature. Butinevich for an assist, something in that range. Maybe because I kind of want to go towards assist props because I feel like I've been able to hit those a little bit more easily than goal scorer props. So I would look towards those when it comes to this game. I don't think I'm going to go after a side in this one though. Although you mentioned it, if you're going to want to back the Blues, it's at home. It's not on the road.
Yeah, I did back him. Keep an eye out for the injury report as well. Ovechkin's missed the last couple of games, and he's still questionable for this game. If he's out, it's Strome, Oshie, and Pasquaretti on the top line. Maybe some Pasquaretti props if you like him a little bit there. McMichael is centering Wilson and Protas. Kuznetsov is centering LaPierre and Mantha. And then Nick Dowd on the fourth line with Abel Kubel and Malestein. So kind of interesting there. Keep an eye on that because they still have Ovechkin questionable. Milano, Backstrom, and Sandin are all out. So keep an eye on the injury report if Ovechkin plays or not.
Okay. I'm putting up college basketball plays for next little bit, Nick, so you're just going to do the chat.
Yeah, Washington. Yeah, I went over that. Yeah, Kennesaw State. Let's take a look here. Kennesaw State. We have value on the dog in that game. So value on North Florida in that game. Utah Utes first half -8 on the hardwood. Utah Utes. We have as a 16-point favorite, so it's a slight lean towards them. Gonzaga, I did get Gonzaga at -12. So yes, I am on Gonzaga there. Morning, Brad. Where's the tea?
Hold on, I'm sorry. You're on Gonzaga?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow, I almost put up Pepperdine. I read that wrong real quick. My bad.
Yep. Northridge money line. It'd be a quarter of a point lean towards it. Not anything crazy there. Yes, Timmy. Yeah.
Oh, did you bet the Western Kentucky New Mexico State game?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Why?
I might have given out the opposite side. I'm balling out.
Son of a bitch.
I just won't put it up on the site.
Yeah, I bet Western Kentucky. I was just following the numbers. I didn't know if it was a system play or not.
It is. Oh, it wasn't a system play per se, but it was one of those weird lines that I liked. But it's all good. No sweat.
Okay. I sprinkled Oshie for Capitals and Walker for the Blues, 285 and 750. There you go. That was almost English. Yep. Double dip Gonzaga first half as well. Don't hate that. I can see them absolutely blowing them out. Did anything change for the Sabres game from yesterday? I think one thing will. And we'll go over that. New Mexico State first half. Yep, it'll be the goalie. I believe it'll be Mrazek now instead of Soderblom. I think we'll get Soderblom tomorrow against the Islanders now. So, yeah. New Mexico State first half. I like Western Kentucky in that game. Hands up. Won every bet yesterday. Earle Bros, 2 unders, and the B-ball spreads. There you go. Auto beat Montreal. We'll see. That's a tricky game, and I still think I'm going to end up on Montreal just because I need to continue on the path of fade the Senators. And, I mean, getting plus 160 with Montreal does sound very appealing, and it's Jake Allen in that, so it's not like we're massively downgrading. Did you guys hear about what happened to the Rockets yesterday? They played a basketball game, right? They lost. Yeah, they lost to the Knicks. Yep. Blackhawks money line. I'm very interested in the Blackhawks money line today. We'll get into that. Avalanche money line.
I may have to put Joe in timeout for that. The comment before Avalanche.
I kind of agree with it though, but we'll move on to the next game here where we have the Colorado Avalanche and the Boston Bruins. The Bruins -145 favorites with a total of 6.5 in this game. Looking at the line history in this one here. This line opened up with Boston at 123. It's up to a 143. Line opened up at a 6. It's up to a 6.5. So a move towards the over and a move towards the Bruins in this one here. A big move towards the Bruins in this one here. Looking at the cash flow in this game, where we have 49% of the tickets and 54% of the cash is on Boston. The lines move towards Boston. 76% of the tickets and 99% of the cash is on the over. 2,700 tickets in. Taking a look at this matchup here, I have this game projected for the Bruins to be minus 150. So I think this line's about right when it comes to the side. When it comes to the total, this line's moved up, and I don't know if I 100% agree with that here. With the line moving up towards the 6.5, doesn't mean I'm going to play the under in this game, but especially the way these two teams are playing at the moment. I mean, I could see why people would be betting the overs. Colorado's been an over machine as of late: 7-4, 4-3, 5-3. The 3-0 game, but 4-3, 8-4, 5-4, 5-4 in their last 8 games. On the flip side, Boston's been a dead nuts under team. Not as of late though. They did have that 3-0 win against New Jersey, but previous to that 4-3, they had 2-1, 4-3, 4-3, 7-3, 6-5, 4-1, 5-3, 5-2. So they've been an over team, actually, as of late. They started off the year as a really, really good under team. All of a sudden, just defensively, they haven't been the same. And that's what happens when you rely too much on your goaltending. Eventually, it cracks. I really don't have too much interest in this game. I think the lines are about to correct in this spot. And I think this is a pretty simple pass. If this was still minus 125 for the Bruins, then you have my attention. But at minus 145, I'm okay. This is a pass for me.
This should be a good matchup, and I know some people can make the argument that it could be a possible Stanley Cup matchup because these two teams have just been that good. I don't trust Colorado on the road. So if I'm going after anything in this game, it's puck lining Boston. Now, I'd rather see Colorado win because I can't stand Boston, but it would be a lean towards the Bruins in this one. And if you're going after it, there is no way to bet pasta props. There is zero way to bet pasta props, which is so annoying. So instead, I'll go after Coyle, who I've been doing a lot with. I feel like I've been betting his props a bunch, and maybe towards Marchand assist. But there's just no way to bet pasta props unless you're putting them in a parlay. So I'd probably look towards Boston and I'd probably look towards those props. And then on the Colorado side, if you're looking at props, if there's a way to get to McKinnon and Rantanen, I believe the only way to do that is to parlay McKinnon goal with Rantanen assist. Actually, it might not be as bad today because they're a dog. Let me pull that up. That actually might not be as bad. We'll pull up Nathan McKinnon for a goal. It's minus. I can get some even monies on there. Plus 115. That's not bad. And then Mikko Rantanen assist is absolutely ridiculous. His goal prop is about the same as Nathan McKinnon. Maybe you could take them both over 1.5 points if you think Colorado's going to score, but those are actually very tough to get to. I figured as a dog they would be a little bit cheaper, but they are not. So probably not going to go crazy with this one. Maybe look towards Boston.
Fair. Back to the chat.
Okay. Where did you leave off?
There.
Let's cash. Let's do it. VGK money line. I know Nick doesn't like betting VGK right now.
I don't want that game at all. I wanted to find a way on VGK. It's just the line's not giving me enough to work with.
Why not the over and draw again for this?
I could see a draw because Boston's been playing a lot of draws as of late.
Bruins. Okay. Maybe under 6.5 and Stars Flyers.
Not a bad look. It's Samuel Ersson, so
Under in the Bruins game, 3-2 Avs final. Okay. When's the next Rocket game? Can you hook it up? Really, dude? Who cares? The Rockets are garbage. They play on Saturday at 8 o'clock against Utah, and they're going to lose. Wichita State, like a little bit of shockers. Who they got? FAU. Yeah, I'm always down to fade FAU. The only thing is I don't know if I could trust Wichita on the road. I do like a different American Conference game today that I did for balling out. And that's going to be fading the number 10 team in the nation. Although it's a 13.5-point spread, the Memphis Tigers are 8-0 at home, but 1-7 against the spread at home. I just think it's too many points. Pass because I think the Bruins will win with possible overtime. Northern Kentucky.
Good old North.
Kentucky against Milwaukee. Yeah, I guess it could be a lean that way. We have it around that number. Wichita State does feel a little stinky side. It could. But at the same time, Florida Atlantic is just... I don't know, Nathan. Maybe I might end up adding Wichita. Nick. Do we have... What is the value on it? There's 0 value. But I might look towards Wichita.
I'm gonna Wichita.
Earle Roberts. We like Earle, don't we? Earle Roberts is half point lean towards Earle Roberts. There's only one game I want to talk about. I know which one it is.
It's the Chicago Blackhawks money line.
No, Nick. It's never the Blackhawks. It's always the. Sorry, that's real deals. It's good. Morning, guys. Good morning. What's up, Nicholas Handy? Michael Bryant coming in saying, I like a few college basketball games today with you. South Florida, yes. New Mexico State, yes. Although that's not going to be on the site because Nick decided because we have value opposite way on the spreadsheet, but that is 100% like a system-esque play, but it's not a ranked team. So, Cal, you like California? I think we're on the opposite side of that one. Where's Cali? Am I just blind? I might just be blind. California against Washington. Yeah, we like Washington today. That's actually one of our best plays. Monmouth. Like this, Monmouth. Against Drexel. To lean towards Drexel, but not enough to bet it. And then Stanford against Washington State. It's a lean towards Washington State, but not enough to win. Blackhawks alternate. All right, we're gonna have to put Joe Kryptonite in timeout, because he's not being nice.
Let's take a look here. Alternative lines. Blackhawks -1.
Moorhead, yes, Moorhead and the under.
They're not giving me the -1.5 wins.
Let's talk hockey. Hawks for the win. All right, we're gonna have to put a bunch of people in timeout. We do not like this negative energy tonight. I don't mind it. We don't need this negative energy.
Live.
South Florida. Yes, I like South Florida. No. Yes. LOL. In regular. Sorry, I missed it. They're playing the Jazz. The Rockets are playing the Jazz. Look it up on ESPN. You know everything Houston related. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Settle this one, Nick.
Let's get into this one here as we have the Dallas Stars taking on the Philadelphia Flyers. Stars -135 road favorites, total 6 in this game. I do have to adjust one thing on my spreadsheet for when it gets to that game because it's not going to be caught hot. It's going to be Samuel Ersson. Line opened up at a 128. It's up to a 136 now for Dallas. Line opened up at a 6 at -116. It's down to a 6 at +101. So a move towards the under in this game, as well as a move towards the Stars. 84% of tickets and 89% of cash is on the Stars. The lines move towards the Stars. Only 2,200 tickets, though. 83% of tickets, 33% of tickets, 83% of the cash on the over. Line moved towards the under. Interesting there. Let me now switch because it is no longer. It is actually Erson's been just as good for the Flyers. Interesting there. I was looking for a way to back the Stars in this game. I'm just not going to get to them here. Looks like I had this game projected for this game to be about a pick'em range. So no value really in this game. And I had this game projected at 5.71 goals here. This is not one of those games I'm really particularly interested in getting to. Feel like the simple play for this game, draw. And actually the Stars have won 7 in a row against the Flyers. So that's kind of interesting there. The Stars haven't been playing as much overtime as late. They've won 4 of their last 5 games. The Flyers have won 4 in a row. They've gone to overtime in 4 of their last 10 games. I'd lean draw, if anything, in this game. I still can't believe the freaking Flyers are second in the Metro. That absolutely boggles my mind that they're still this high in the standings. I really want nothing to do with them, though, still. This is a pass for me. No action here.
I would just go Dallas puck line. And think that they win this one by a couple of goals. I'm expecting regression from this Flyers team. I know we've been expecting it for a while. I still don't believe this Flyers team is going to be a playoff team. I think there's going to be a definite drop-off at the end of the year. As for right now, I would lean towards the Stars. I'd have to take their puck line, obviously, because I'm not laying 135. But lean towards the Stars. And if you're going after player props, I feel like the only guy really that you can look at a couple of guys from Dallas. Robertson, I would take an assist prop on. Duchesne, I would take an assist prop on. Maybe Rope Hintz goal, Sagan goal, something in that range. But I would look towards some of those guys. Heiskanen assist could be interesting. He's got 23 of them this year. But I'm not, and I wouldn't touch any player props on the Flyers side. It would be lean towards Stars for me.
Fair. I wanted to look up one what do you call it? Bargain bin. What do you call it? Bargain bin. Goal prop. So give me 2 seconds. I want to find who, the one it is. Yeah, he has 9 goals this year. That's what it was. I wanted to find what the number is on him real quick. When you go back to the chat, and then I'll get to the.
I'll get the college basketball eventually.
Yeah.
All right, Joe. I'm not pulling up any more of your stupid Blackhawks bets. Joe is screaming at you to make money with the Blackhawks, and you're throwing him away. Yeah, because obviously I'm not betting the Blackhawks tonight. Come on. I like the Tree Huggers. Stanford at home. Stanford. It's a slight lean towards Washington State, but no. Michigan again. Yes. Michigan, number 1 play of the day. Flyers haven't went to overtime in 2 games, and so I got 1 unit on the draw. They're overdue.
By the way, the bargain bin.
There's a lot of people playing college basketball today, Brad. Vermont -5. I believe that's the first game of the day, and we have it. If it's a 5, then it's value on. If it's a 5, well, let me fix that. It would be value on Vermont. So I'm going to end up adding Vermont as well.
By the way, the bargain bin one I was looking for, they've really adjusted his price. Thomas Harley of the Dallas Stars plus 400. He is currently 5th in the NHL in goals for defensemen. So he has 9 on the year, plus 400. Thomas Harley, worth a look there.
There you go. Back to there's
SIU, Edwardsville -3 in the under 138. I can see SIU Edwardsville. I believe I remember typing that one in. Against Lindenwood, I see value on SIU Edwardsville. Yeah. I'd wait for Michigan. People are going to continue to hammer.
I don't really think it matters, Michael. I really don't. Because when they win the game outright, it doesn't matter if it's a 2 or a 4.
Fair. But we got, but it does matter on the money line when you can get plus 130 or plus 150.
They're all plus money.
Fair enough. We have the next matchup here. Montreal Canadiens traveling to Ottawa, take on the Senators. Minus 180 for the Senators. And you guys know my opinion on Ottawa right now. Total of 6.5 in this game. And let's get into the line history in this spot here, where Ottawa opened up at 175. It's up to a 178. Line opened up at a 6.5 minus 130. It's now a 6.5 minus 132. So a 2-cent line movement towards the over. We have a slight move towards the Senators, which I don't agree with. 82% of the tickets, 87% of the cash on the over, 76% of the tickets, 70% of the cash on the Senators in this one here. Looking at my projections for this game, and I believe I still have to put in the numbers for Montreal from last night. Yep, I still have to put in the numbers for Montreal's game last night, where they won. That was the only game I bet. I leaned Montreal last night. I bet the under, cashed the under. Now I have to wait for this thing to load so I can type in their numbers for this game. Come on, Money Puck. Anytime today. Be cool. Let me get this up on my phone then. There, I'll let you break it down, and then I will get my projections up. I apologize. I thought this line would be.
I kind of lean Montreal. Fade the Senators, but Montreal's on a second leg of a back-to-back. That's my only concern with it. I don't think Ottawa should be this big of a favorite. I would 100% be on Montreal if they didn't play yesterday. Or if they lost yesterday. They're coming off of 2 big wins versus Colorado and New Jersey. So this could be a letdown spot for them for sure. I'm not really going to be interested in going after this game. So
fair enough. Yeah, my projections have this game closer towards a pick'em. And okay, you can adjust a little bit for the back-to-back, but with that being said, I'm going to continue on here. The hashtag fade the Senators, Operation Fade the Senators. I will be on Montreal plus 160 today. That line is way too wide for a Ottawa Senators team that I've been making so much money betting against as of late. They are now granted, Ottawa's won 6 straight games against the Montreal Canadiens. They're coming in where their only win this new year in 2024 was a 5-4 win against the Sharks as minus 240 favorites. So the only way you could have won a bet with the Ottawa Senators was laying minus 240 or laying like minus 175, minus 180 on the regulation line. That's the only way you could have won a bet with the Ottawa Senators this year. They lost 6-3 to Vancouver, 4-1 to Seattle, 3-1 to Edmonton, 6-3 to Calgary, 5-3 to Buffalo, and 7-4 to Colorado. So maybe if you like the Canadiens in this spot and you want to get a little frisky, plus 350 reverse puck line. When Ottawa loses, they've been losing by the puck line. So there's going to be a spot here where if you think Ottawa loses, you can get a nice little plus 350 on the alt line. If you want to play it on a -1 line, if you'd like a -1 line for the Senators here, it's 375 for the puck line. Plus 292 Montreal -1. Plus 292. That's very appealing. I'm just going to stick with the plus 160, though. I think Montreal gets a win.
There you go. Back to the chat, Nick.
Yep. Let's see. So is that start? I don't know. EPL this weekend?
There we go. Let's get it.
Call me crazy, but I like the under 6.5 in the Leafs and the Flames. I did a free pick video on that game last night. I'm on the Leafs. So Primo in net for the Habs must be. It's either Primo or Allen. Montreal has a chance here. They absolutely do. Under 6.5 plus 115. Montreal Senators maybe under 4.5. Wow. I would not trust the Ottawa Senators defensively right now. When is Pittsburgh Penguins playing? I don't know. Not today. Simple answer is not today. They play on Saturday in Vegas. They play Saturday in Vegas. It's blue and gold day. Joe, got to be the Sabres and the under, also the draw. Sure. Senators win today. Pass. We'll see. Canadians puck line. I can see that. Morning, y'all. Let's get it today. Let's get it. Stop Geo. Just the over. Pass on the sides for now. Fair. I can see the over in this matchup here. I have this game projected for 6.8 goals. So I lean over, but nah, not betting it. Los Habitones plus 1.5 has been good. That's a minus 160 though. Did you guys watch the Miami Heat game? I did not. All I know is the Raptors blew them out, and I cashed the ticket on Toronto. Bruin smash. There you go. Game history is the greatest indicator of future performance, hence Green Bay beating Dallas. Senators night. Cool. For me, maybe the divisional factor is a little bit different, but if you tell me the LA King or the Carolina Hurricanes have beat the LA Kings 8 straight games, who the hell cares? They play twice a year. Maybe divisional is fine, but I think sometimes that's like the useless stat of the day is when a team is beating another team 6 times in a row. Cool. That has no effect on what's going to go on tonight because it's a different team, it's a different players. Yes, sometimes they do win that game. Yes, it does come to fruition. It's not part of my capping though. Avalanche money line, Vegas money line, Blackhawks money line, under 6.5 Stars Flyers, under 6.5 Leafs Flames, under 6.5 Montreal Senators. That is all. Good luck. Oh, well, wait, are the Sabres still going to wear the black and red? If so, yes. Sabres special, Sabres money line over, team total over, Blackhawks get run over.
I like it.
Only never in doubters for me. Well, we'll move into this matchup here, which I mentioned. We did break down this game yesterday, so but there is one little difference between this matchup here, and I believe it'll have a decent effect in this game because we will not have to worry about Arvik Soderblom. It'll be most likely, because of the day off yesterday, Pyotr Mrazek. You save Soderblom for the Islanders tomorrow, and that could be a really fun matchup between Arvik Soderblom and Kenneth Appleby. I think that could be a fun matchup for tomorrow. Let's get into it, though. The Buffalo Sabres minus 270, which is silly. Total of 6 in this game. Once again, I wanted the 6.5 because at 6.5, I think that under is very, very live. Even at 6, I think the under is very, very live in this game here. Let's get into the line history in this spot. The line opened up at a 285, and it's down to a 253. So we've had a big move towards the Blackhawks here in this spot. Line opened up at a 6 at minus 108. It is still at that 6 at minus 108. As for the cash flow, we got none. Because it's a postponed game, I don't have any market or I don't have any cash flow, which is fine. I can care less about that when it comes to the NHL. And as I mentioned yesterday, the Blackhawks, for whatever reason, give the Sabres fits. 5 straight games have been 1-goal games, and you can get the puck line here at minus 110. I'm going to skip the puck line here. Yesterday, I pumped the brakes because it was a back-to-back for the Blackhawks. It's no longer a back-to-back for the Blackhawks. And are you trusting a team that's only won back-to-back games twice this year at minus 270? Like, this just feels like one of those spots where I get it. The Blackhawks suck. I'm well aware the Blackhawks suck. But with that being said, the Sabres are not a team that should be laying 270 ever right now. In their current state, They absolutely should not. I'll take some Blackhawks at 210 in this game. Take a shot with them at the big dog price. If it loses, so be it. I'd also lean Blackhawks plus 1.5 at minus 110. As I mentioned last game or yesterday, we've had the Blackhawks cover 1.5 in 9 of the last 10 meetings. And the last 5 meetings have either gone to overtime or were a 1-goal game. And during those games, the Sabres were pretty decent favorites in those. None of them minus 270, though. Absolutely do not trust the puck line for the Sabres today. And I will not trust them to win in general here. I'll take the Hawks, taking a big plus number here with the plus 210 with Chicago.
Hey Nick, can you let me know the Chicago Blackhawks lineup?
Yeah.
Because I know they're injury galore and they're basically an AHL team, so it makes sense why the Sabres are this big of favorites at home. The Blackhawks are just that much worse than everybody. Now I know it's a big number. Everybody wants to go after a big number. Oh my God, you get plus 240 for the. Come on, they're that big of a dog for a reason. Now, are they probably? Is it worth laying it with the Sabres? No, I'm never laying minus 270 on anybody. I would probably end up looking towards doing a same game parlay of some sort to try to get the juice down. And I will say, DJ in our chat, Sabres fan, and has been paying attention to the lines. Top line today, Nick. Tuck, Thompson, Benson. Sign me up for some Benson props. I'm gonna end up doing a parlay because it's gonna be the easiest way for me to get the kind of the juice down on this one. I'm just trying to figure out exactly what it's going to be, because I know I'm gonna go after that top line. So Tuck, Thompson, and Benson. And they're all of them to get a point, and the Sabres to win is plus 629. So Tuck, Thompson, Benson, and the Sabres to win. There you go. That's how you get big plus money and cash in this game, Nick. Not grabbing the Blackhawks.
Okay. We'll come back tomorrow and figure it out. And if I lose, I'm taking a plus 210 shot. So be it. Back to the chat.
Minus 270. Yeah. Apple juice or orange juice? Sabres juice. What's up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's cash today. Hit the like button, people. So some appreciation, subscribe, and share. Tim, and not a lot of NBA, but we could still find some value. I will say out of the 5 games, I bet 2 of them, and one of them I have 2 plays in. So, there you go. It gives me 4-3 vibes, 5-4 vibes. I could see an over in this game.
I would not look at over some Blackhawk games right now.
Yeah, because the Blackhawks don't score, and they're going up against it's UPL again tonight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, UPL, who's allowed 1.8 goals per game the last 5,
and Mrazek, that's been pretty good too.
I mean, yeah, okay. I'll hear what happened to Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr didn't die. It was the assistant. Might play Habs minus 160 and plus 160. All different parlays. Puck line plus 1.5 is minus 160. NBA yesterday was good. I ended up taking Detroit plus 12 in the over. Nice. Orlando 4 and a hook. Nice. I had Cleveland and I had the Lakers. So those are my 2 winners. I had Utah as well, but that game got postponed. Thanks for the one. Portland. Did Portland end up coming through? Did they win outright? Wow, I should have put them up. I'm mad at myself for that.
I got them plus 6 and plus 200. That was a nice little winner to end my night. I actually had a good NBA night for once. I went 6-1. My only loser was the Parleys first half.
There you go. Yeah, the Fakers don't lose at home. Only one lock, and that is the team wearing black and red will win tonight. Oh, they both wear black and red. Ha! New York Knicks minus and the under was good too. There you go. I don't bet Sabres. That's fine. You talked him into it, Joe. No, Nick's just an idiot. He likes throwing away money.
I had full intentions on betting them.
All right. Thanks for the status update. Don't get Sabres games. That's fine. Eileen Raps should have followed my first mind, but I messed it with it. My Bucks got beat by 40, but Greek Creek didn't play. Oh well, it happens. Road Warriors still got our back. Well, they didn't even play last night, but yeah. We love our TNT Taste Thompson anytime goal, multi-goal. I like it. If the Sabres don't get 2 points tonight, I will randomly give $100 to a random person in the chat here on Earle Sports Bets. Parlay the Sabres to anything, and it'll be a winner. Okay.
Now I kind of want to see them not get 2 points, so Real Deal Prime has to give $100 to a random person in the chat. That sounds nice.
I don't. Go Sabres. Screw you guys. Boston -14 and -12. There you go. Kings and the Thunder on the hardwood. I'm against the Thunder tonight. Sorry, I'm against the Kings. I'm against both. I'm against both of those tonight. Sabres crush as big faves last time, and the Blackhawks are slightly better than the Sharks. No, Nathan. I'm on the Jazz, and I'm damn sure ain't on the Kings. No, I'm on the Jazz too. But for my good NBA day, of course, something had to F up my day. It would be too many details, but stuff like IUPUI stinky, 17-point dogs beat Fort Wayne straight up. My other NCAA picks wasn't no better. College basketball did all right for us last night. At home, felt good, and the Thunder have been a wagon, put pizza money. Okay. Choo-choo. Gotta jazz it up, ride the hot streak. Yeah. Go green, go white tonight. I didn't end up betting Michigan State. It's a lean towards Michigan State, but I'll root. Hey, I feel like my fourth favorite team is the Spartans now. So, and then I like Kennesaw State and Yale. Anyways, we'll go to this game, Nick.
Yeah, I did a free pick video on this game last night. Let's get into it here. Toronto Maple Leafs -130 favorites, total of 6.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot between Toronto and Calgary. Where the line opened up at a 124, it's down to a 119, so we have a slight move towards Calgary in this game. Line opened up at a 120, -120 for the over 6.5. It's down to a 118. So we have a move towards the under. We have a move towards Calgary in this spot. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game, where we have, 93% of the tickets, 95% of the cash is on the Maple Leafs. 2,700 tickets in, though, so very limited sample size. 91% of the tickets, 95% of the cash on the over here as well. And I think I agree with you over a little bit there, if I remember right. Maple Leafs, there we go. I have this game projected for 6 goals. So actually, I had slightly lean towards the under, but I have with Vladar and net. It could be Markstrom. Either way, I still like the Leafs in this game. I have the Leafs -130. When we look at this matchup here, the Leafs have lost 4 in a row. They had leads in all 4 of those games against the Islanders, the Avalanche, the Red Wings, and the Oilers. Calgary coming in off of a win where they were down 2 goals in the third period, came back to win in overtime against the Coyotes. They've been playing better as of late, the Flames as well. I think it's kind of telling, though, when a team on a 4-game losing streak is a favorite on the road against a team on a 4-game winning streak. Also, my numbers just project value on the Leafs here in this spot. I got the -130 in this game. I'm on Toronto. Once again, I think that getting away from Toronto could be helpful for this Leafs team, and they can get the win tonight. So I'm on the Leafs. If you're worried about them blowing another lead, then you can take them first period. I don't hate that either, but I'm on Toronto here in the spot.
Yeah, you mentioned that the fact that they're a favorite on the road and losing streak. It's the Leafs. Of course they're going to be favorites. It's kind of like saying, oh, the Yankees are favorited. Well, yeah, no shit, it's the Yankees. Or it's, oh, the Lakers are favorited. Well, yeah, it's the Lakers. Everybody loves those are the public teams of the league. So I don't really look into that as much when it comes to hockey or with any sport with the public teams. The ones that everybody loves to bet or whatever. Well, it's the teams that are like the most popular, and it's the ones that either you love them or you hate them. There's no in between. And the Maple Leafs are one of those. I would lean towards the Flames in this game. Me personally, I lean towards the Flames, but I'm going to stay away from this one.
Fair enough.
Next to chat.
Yep. Let's see. That guy dying in the Jazz game made MGM eat my 28 bonus. I need that back. Oh, boy. Okay. Why? Because fuck him. That's why. Exactly. Flame on. IPFW, it cost me a 3-teamer. Would have collected 275. Ouch. Blues Capitals under 6.5 minus 155. That is juicy. Juicy. I like Kennesaw as well. There you go. Do we back Steph and the Booty Warrior and Golden State in their next game?
Yes, I'm going to. After one of their assistants just died, yes, that'll be a situational spot. They play against Dallas tomorrow. I will be on them tomorrow for sure.
I want the draw again and lean Leafs. Yeah, I can see the Maple draws in that game there. Kings, Preds under 6.5 minus 140. We'll get into that. Once again, juicy. Minus 140. Under 6.5 plus 105 might move on that. There you go. To Tim's point, the majority of hockey fans do hate Calgary. Yeah.
Well, hold on. Calgary's an irrelevant team. Come on. They're a random team in Canada that hasn't done shit. They're an irrelevant team.
Yeah. And then the Maples. Yeah, I would lean Maples first period as well. This one's a fun one. We have the Edmonton Oilers minus 220 favorites against the Seattle Kraken. Total 6.5 in this game, and I might be jumping in front of a train again today. Let's get into it here, where we have the line history opened up with these Edmonton Oilers as 215 favorites. They're down to a 214, so a slight move towards the Kraken. Line opened up as 6.5 plus minus 115. It's now 6.5 at even money. So we have a move towards the under. We have a move towards the Kraken. We have 89% of the tickets, 83% of the cash is on the Oilers. Only 1,400 tickets, though, 60% of the tickets, and then 92% of cash on the under in this game as well. And I know the Oilers have won 11 straight games. I know. They've squeaked a couple out. They were down 2 goals against Toronto. They had to go to overtime against Montreal. They had to go to overtime against Detroit. They barely squeaked it out against Chicago 2-1. I think they needed an empty net goal to win 3-1 against the they had a power play goal with a little bit less than 3 minutes left to take a 3-1 lead over Ottawa. So some of these games they had to go to a shootout against the Kings. They won 4-3 against the Rangers. Now, granted, they're getting the job done. On the flip side, this is, I think, the last game of a road trip here for the Kraken. Granted, they've lost their last 2 games against Pittsburgh and New York, and but they are back in the Western or not Western. They're not back in the Pacific time zone for this last game of a road trip. Could this be a tough spot for Seattle on the last game of a road trip? Yeah. Is this line too wide at minus 220? Yeah, I would think so. I have this game projected for the Oilers around minus 150, minus 160 range. So seeing plus 180 with the Kraken, I am very interested in Seattle in this game. I'm going to move on Seattle in this game. And you know what we get to do tonight? If we can find it. We get to
release the Kraken.
Release the Kraken, plus 180 for me.
I would, but it's kind of just the end of the road trip thing is going to be, I mean, it wasn't that good of a road trip because they kind of lost the last couple. And this team is also coming off of a huge high of winning, 9 games in a row? So I don't know if I can necessarily trust Seattle to get the job done in Edmonton, who is currently the hottest team in hockey, and it's not close. And it's amazing what this Edmonton team has done. They went from way out of it at one point. Nick, remember this Edmonton team was dead last in hockey at one point.
Yeah.
In the entire league. Oh, now they're in the 7th seed. It's amazing how quickly a team can turn around. So any team is still liable. Not any team, because there's a couple of them that are way down there. But any team can turn it around like that. Edmonton kind of proved it. I'm not jumping in front of Edmonton. That's just not going to happen. Yes, I know. Once you get up to the, what are they at, 11 games in a row?
11 games in a row.
It can get scary. You can start to get interested and be like, all right, it's got to stop soon. I'm not going to be the one that tries to jump in front of a train. Good luck to you, but I am personally not going to do that.
Yeah, I understand that point, but I believe the risk reward is there at plus 180 to take a shot with it. So
there you go.
Back to the chat.
All right. Put up hockey, and then let me know where you left off.
I left off there.
Leafs are the Cowboys of the NHL. That's what I was trying to point. Leafs are the Cowboys, are the Lakers, are the Yankees. Portland won 105 to 103. Nice. Bruins money line 145. I personally don't like laying that much, but 3 games I bet. Good luck. I may have to tail the Booty Warrior. I'm going to have to bet them tomorrow. It is what it is. I'm going to have to bet them. Release the Kraken. Sure. Plus 1.5. Sabres, Habs, Kraken. Triple teamer. Sure. Go ahead. The trend is your friend. So much safer to wait for them to lose one before betting against them. Trying to catch a reversed falling knife. McDavid for the heart. Yeah, McDavid is the best player in hockey right now.
Yep.
New Orleans minus 12 was good too. There you go. Oilers and the under. I can't go under in that game. Possible poker stream later. No. My poker bankroll has to build back up first. Let's keep rolling, Nick. We got 3 more hockey games to talk about.
Yeah, the LA Kings minus 150. Total of 6 in this game against the Nashville Predators. Taking a look at the line history here, which saw the Kings open up at a 144, got up to a 150, back to a 144. So no line movement on the side. On the total, it's the exact same thing. Line opened up 6 at minus 106. It's now a 6 at minus 108. Moved up to a 108. Now it's back to a 106. We have 62% of tickets and 69% of the cash. Nice is on the Kings. And we have 50% of the tickets, 87% of the cash is on the under in this game as well. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here. Or not the line history, my projections for this game, which I have the Kings around a minus 160 range, minus 165 range. I lean Kings minus 1. And we had the Kings finally back at home. They got off the schneid against Carolina, and then they went right back to losing 5-1 against the Stars. So not a team I particularly trust to lay a number with, but it would be a lean towards LA in this game for me. I do not have any action on this game.
Oh, no, this is a complete pass. I have no interest in wanting to do anything with the LA Kings. So that is just not something I'm going to be doing anything with. And I'm not really looking to try to back the Nashville Predators. I mean, they're okay on the road, 11-8-1. They've won 3 out of their last 5. They just lost to the Vegas Golden Knights, which no real shame in that, although Vegas was struggling recently. But I kind of, I'm just staying away from this game. I guess it would be a lean towards Nashville just because of how bad LA's looked, which I remember, wasn't LA like number 1 in the league at one point?
Yep.
They're now that would be what, 3rd in the Pacific? That's crazy. Yeah, they're 3rd in the Pacific now by 5 points to Vegas and 12 points to Vancouver, which right now, Nick, top 2 teams in the league are Winnipeg and Vancouver. And
this
then
is the best.
Colorado.
This is the best chance a Canadian team has to win the Cup this year.
Dude, there is a bunch of Canadian like if the playoffs were to start right now, Canada would have a decent shot. Winnipeg, Vancouver, Edmonton on the western side, and on the east side, Toronto. Well, maybe not on the east side. Oh yeah, true. Because Montreal is garbage and Ottawa's bottom of the league. So can't really do anything with that. No, this is Canada definitely has a shot to make the Stanley Cup in the Western Conference, considering the top two teams are Canadian. And another one emerging is the Edmonton Oilers, who always have a shot, but always fall flat. Anyways, this one's a stay away game for me though. Sorry.
Sure.
Yamamoto is my only anytime goal scorer for the Kraken.
That's not a bad look at all. I like that look a lot.
Oh, because didn't he play against
Edmonton Oiler Kyler Yamamoto? Love that.
There you go. Yes, Tim. When Siakam got traded, I wanted to fade Knicks because he injury report. Take Toronto against Miami. I stayed away from Toronto. Okay, I got you. I mean, it would have been a good bet to back him though. Toronto last night. You don't do cash game. No, I don't really do cash games. If you did, what stakes would you play at? Yeah, I dropped to 5 cent, 10 cent, and then I made some money. I don't really play cash games. I like to play tournaments.
50 cent a dollar, $1, $2 type of cash games.
Yeah, around there. Predators money line in the under. Preds dominate Kings. Kings play better on the road. Kings doing so bad right now. Preds easy spot. Easy. Now I just want to bet the Kings because he just said easy twice. Draw. I went 9-2 yesterday in college basketball. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. All right, Nick. This one has a little bit of an interesting line to me.
Yeah, this game has the feel of sit back, relax, watch it. You don't have to bet it. And I'm kind of leaning in that direction at the moment. Vegas Golden Knights are hosting the New York Rangers. Line opened up at Rangers minus 133 down to a 129. So it's a slight move towards Vegas. We had a line open up at a 6 minus 106. It's now a 6 at plus 104. So we've had a line move towards the under here as well. And I 100% agree with the under line move here in this spot. If I'm betting anything in this game, it's the under. 75% of the tickets, 95% of the cash is on the under. So there's that. And then 76% of the tickets, 67% of the cash is on the Rangers. And the line's moving towards Vegas in this spot here. I have really no opinion on this game because when I ran my numbers, this is spot on. Good job, bookmakers. You priced this game correctly. The only thing is that they moved it up to a 6 when I'm seeing 5.5 mostly across the board. And now it's up to a 6. I would lean under at the 6 number. It's 5.5. I wouldn't because I could see this being potentially 4-2. But for me, this is a stay off spot for me. I have no interest in this game whatsoever. It's under or nothing. And I have this game projected at the Rangers around a minus 125. So no play in this game for me. It'd be a fun game to watch. You don't have to bet it though.
I kind of lean Vegas. Getting plus money at home. I know that. I mean, I kind of want to look at the way that you say. If the line looks too easy, grab it. Vegas at plus money.
They've been bad.
They have been bad. But the Rangers have kind of been on a slide too. I don't really trust the Rangers right now to be laying 130 on the road. I feel like Vegas is the play here. I strongly believe Vegas is the play here. I'm probably going to do Vegas, and I'll probably add like a Marsha Show prop or Mark Stone prop. Because I know, isn't Eichel injured right now?
Yes.
Yeah. So it would be one of those guys for me in this one as well. So I like Vegas. I think Vegas is the spot in this one, Nick.
Sure.
The VGK team total under 2.5, excluding overtime. Okay. Draw. I could see a draw on this one. Draw. Let's head to the final hockey game of the night, Nick. And it's one of my favorite teams.
Yeah, the Canucks and the Coyotes. We have. Wait, we're doing this wrong, Tim. We're doing this wrong. We got Arizona Coyotes, and they are at
by the Vancouver Canucks.
Canucks. We have the Canucks as minus 200 favorites, total 6.5 in this game. And this line opened up at a 201 down to a 196. So it's a line move towards the Yotes in this game. And the line opened up at a 6 at even money. It's a 6 at plus 104. So we have a slight move towards the under here as well. We have 25% of the tickets and 92% of the cash is on the Arizona Coyotes. Now on the puck line, it's 50% of the tickets, 56% of the cash is on Arizona's puck line. So not too much love here for the or a little bit of public love on the money line here for the Canucks. Only 1,800 tickets though, so I do not care. That being said, though, my projections have the Canucks around 145, 150 favorites in this game. And the question is the risk reward there for the Arizona Coyotes in this spot? And I kind of think, yeah. Arizona is coming in off of an overtime loss where they blew a 2-goal lead. So they're going to want to show up in this game here. Vancouver hasn't played in a few days. Their last game, this is their first game back off of a long road trip where they was a very successful road trip. They lost their first game and their last game of the road trip 2-1 against St. Louis and 4-3 in a shootout against Columbus. I said that Columbus was the spot to fade them. And of course I didn't bet Columbus that game. It pissed me off. But they had won 5 in a row in between those two games against New Jersey, New York, Pittsburgh, and Buffalo. I think this is a spot here where you have the Coyotes. It's their third game of a road trip. I believe they have it's a quick little 3-game road trip. They head back home to play Nashville next game. I think this is a spot where the Coyotes catch them slipping a little bit here. So we're gonna go a little bit of ow. Arizona Coyotes plus 170 for me here.
I kind of lean my Nucks. I'm not going to go after this one. I'm not laying a puck line with the Nucks tonight because I'm not laying minus 200. I think they're that big of a favorite for a reason, being 14-4-1 at home this year. And the best team in hockey at the moment is the Vancouver Canucks and Winnipeg, tied at 62 points each. Well, actually, do they have the same amount of games played? One question. 43, 40. So technically Winnipeg's the better team because they have the same amount of points with one less game played. But I would lean Vancouver. I'm not playing this one. Good luck.
Sure.
This game smells yuck. This game is smelly. No, it's not. Under, maybe. Under. Canucks puck line. I would have to lean that way, but I did not bet it. Let's continue into the NBA, Nick.
Yeah, a team that made me some money yesterday very easily, the Toronto Raptors. Now they're at home against the Bulls. Bulls 2.5 point favorites in this game. Total 220. 228 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot, and I realized I totally forgot to put my numbers together for NBA. So I don't have any numbers for NBA for today at the moment. I will do those after the show. I apologize. But line opened up at a 1.5. It's up to a 2 now for Toronto. My bad. It opened up Toronto minus 1.5. Oh, no, I read that wrong. It opened up. This was after the trade yesterday. After the trade, it was a 3.5, and it's now down to a 2. So we've had to move towards Chicago or move towards Toronto here in this game. And then line opened up at a 225. It's up to a 228. So we've had to move towards the over, and we've had to move towards the Bulls in this, or the Raptors in this game, sorry. 59% of the tickets, 60% of the cash is on the Raptors in this game. Total 67% of tickets, 82% of cash on the over in this game as well. Do I have any interest in backing the Raptors after last night's win? None whatsoever. I don't have any numbers prepared. I will just set the table for Tim, and I'll be punching my numbers after the show.
I actually added this one to my card, so now I have 4 plays for the NBA today. Give me the Bulls. I took the Bulls money line minus 127. You've got the Raptors coming off of a blowout win, and when it comes to that, that's all I was kind of judging this on. And whenever I see a team get a blowout win the game before, especially as a little bit of a dog, I like to fade them the next game. And once again, that was Toronto who just made the one trade. I believe Bruce Brown and company, whoever got the players got traded over, will be playing tonight for him too. So that should be interesting to see some of that. I'm going to fade the Toronto Raptors tonight. It was to back them yesterday, post trade. It's going to fade them tonight. First game since the trade. Second game since the trade. First game is a back on. I wish I backed him last night. I did not. Well, I also didn't know about the trade until later on in the day, so couldn't add that. But I like the Bulls tonight.
Fair.
3-1, maybe. I imagine Vermelka is a net. God, he sucks.
I have Ingram. I see Ingram.
There you go. Yotes under 2.5 team total.
I'll lead over.
Raptors beat them boys down last night. Yeah, they did. Canucks would be the Canadian team with the best shot to make the cups again because Jets choking the playoffs and Oilers goalie issues. If the Oilers keep playing like they are right now, I think they're the scariest team in the NHL.
They're regular season giants. I know they are. They're the Western Conference Leafs.
The locks for Chicago, Toronto is that the team in black and red will. Oh my God! Again, another black and red. Well, at least one Chicago team will win tonight, and it's going to be the Bulls. But we'll go ahead and head to a game that I saw and crossed out and moved on.
Yeah, we have the New York Knicks 12-point home favorites in this game, total of 234.5 in this game. Let's get into the line history in this spot here, which has the Knicks opening up as 11-point favorites up to a 12. Had this game line opening up at a 238, it's down to a 233.5, so a massive drop towards the under. A slight move towards the Knicks here up to minus 12. 42% of the tickets, 84% of the cash is on the Knicks. And 70% of the tickets, 70% of the cash is on the under in this game. And one thing that's kind of crazy is you have a team that is a 12-point favorite on a second half of a back-to-back as well. The Knicks played last night against the Rockets, and now they're back at home, and now they're 12-point favorites. I have obviously I still have to punch in my numbers for this game, but what's your thoughts on this one?
Pass. The two games that I passed on were the two monster favorite games. I just want nothing to do with the Knicks game. I'm going to say the same thing about the Memphis game. Is it's complete pass. I don't bet the big spread games, so no interest in this one at all for me. Sorry to be boring on that one.
Yawn.
Ingram played last game.
Yeah, but there's a day rest.
There you go. Heavy lean to Wizards plus points, but hell no. Smelly game, Knicks first half, first full game. I can't bet the Knicks after last night. Deeply in love with the Knicks minus 9.5 and Wizards team total under. On a second leg of a back-to-back, have fun, dude. Pass. Knicks made me a lot yesterday. I can throw away 50 on them. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Wizards like to randomly steal games. They do. But that's not tonight. Let's go to this one, Nick.
Yeah, Utah Jazz hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder minus 3.5 total, 244 in this game. Was supposed to be a back-to-back for the Jazz tonight. Obviously, last night's game was postponed for the Jazz. This line opened up at a 3 for Oklahoma City last night or yesterday afternoon, and it's gone up to a 3.5. So a slight move towards OKC. Line opened up at a 246.5. It's down to a 244. So we've had a move towards the under, and we have a move towards OKC in this game. We have 72% of the tickets, 79% of the tickets, 82% of the cash is on the Jazz, yet the line's moving towards OKC. 59% of the tickets, 96% of the cash is on the over, and the line moving towards the under. Just on the market moves alone makes me think under and OKC. What's your thoughts on this game?
I'm on the Jazz. I'm just riding out this Jazz run right now. I've been backing them a bunch. They've won 6 in a row, 9 out of 10, and 12 out of 14. So this has been a very, very hot Jazz team. And yes, I know I love my Thunder, or I love the Thunder. I've been high on them all year, and they've been really proving me right. They're 27-13, one of the best teams in the NBA. And I actually have a ticket for them at 80-1 to win the finals. So, yes, I'm super high on this Thunder team. I'm on the Jazz tonight. I just think it's they got an extra day of rest because they didn't have to play last night. Now, if this was a back-to-back, maybe I might not look towards them. But them getting rest yesterday instead of having to play really should help out them tonight, especially a team that is 15-5 at home this year, 16-4 against the spread at home. Yeah, give me the Jazz.
Fair.
Thunder, lightning, and thunder. No thunder tonight. Can we get a recap if possible? We do a recap at the end of the show. So, yes, you'll get one at the end. Plus, Big Mouth, all the plays you're a member, all the plays are going to be up on the site. And then they will be on the member-only community post. So that will be up shortly after the show. So all of our recap will be there as well. Jazz at plus money again is great. Yeah, I like it. This should be Jazz minus 3.5. They're killing everyone at home. Over, yes. We'll go to this one, and I think this will be probably the last game we'll talk about because I don't know about you, Memphis and Minnesota is a complete pass to me.
Sure. Indiana Sacramento minus 7.5 total, 247.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot. Sacramento opened up at an 8.5. It's down to a 7.5. They opened up at 245. It's up to 248. So we have a move towards the over. We have a move towards the the Pacers in this one here. 82% of the tickets, 86% of the cash is on the Pacers in this game. 40% of the tickets, 67% of the cash is on the over in this game as well. It's a Pacers game. I'm going to take a wild guess here on the over.
How did you know? I will say Halliburton is upgraded to questionable for today's game. So he could possibly be back tonight. And I don't know whether or not Siakam's playing yet. I don't really care. I hope Halliburton plays tonight. If you're a player prop person, Halliburton props tonight if he's in, because his former team was Sacramento. Hey Nick, how about that on the opposite side? Deviton Sabonis will be playing against his former team in Indiana. I would look towards props for him as well. That's why I like the over in this game, because I'm expecting both teams to really score. Didn't De'Aaron Fox? No, Fox was always with the Kings. But these are two teams that traded back and forth. I remember back when the teams made the trades that sent Halliburton over to Indiana and Deviton Sabonis over to Sacramento. I said, that is a win for both teams, and I still think that. Both teams have looked fantastic with both those guys. So I'm expecting an over in this game. I got over 248, and I got the Pacers at plus 7.5.
Fair.
With Halliburton questionable, can't take an over. Can't bet this at all without his information. He is the Pacers. I know, but the Pacers have still been winning games without him. Granted, they've lost the last two. It was against Denver and Utah, which are Denver at home is very difficult to beat, and Utah is on an absolute rampage. So, no real shame in either one of those losses. So, Sabonis under points been cashing. I'm going to say not tonight because it's a revenge spot. So, and then once again, as I mentioned this one earlier, Memphis Timberwolves pass. I'm not touching a 12.5 point spread. So that is everything for today's card. We'll go ahead and do a little bit of recapping and everything before we head on out. Once again, if you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, all the good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description below. The logos for them are above Nick's head. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. If you guys are interested in becoming a member of the channel, right there, I'll be putting up the card up on the site pretty much right after the show. So if you guys are interested in the complete card, which we have a bunch of college basketball today, all of that is going to be up there. I will mention with college basketball, I probably should have had these stats up earlier. College basketball, since the beginning of the year, has been really, really good for us. 67 and 57, up 6.35. Although our top sport on the site since the beginning of the year is hockey, 28 and 21, 27 units up on the site. So good job, Nick. All of those will be right there. Recap for today. I'm not really doing much in hockey. I have some player props, but if I have anything crazy, I'll put it up on Twitter or something later. Bulls money line, Utah plus 3.5, Indiana plus 7.5, and the over in the Indiana game. Nick?
Yeah, I have not gotten to any NBA yet. I will punch in my numbers later, and I'll probably bet a couple things. In hockey, I'm taking shots with a few dogs today, and I got a couple favorites in there as well. Blackhawks plus 210, Lightning minus 135, Canadiens plus 160, Blues minus 105, Blues Washington over 5.5 minus 125. Maple Leafs minus 130, Kraken plus 180, and Coyotes plus 170. So some doggies there taking shots with.
There you go. My safety parlay of the day, which leg crashes and burns? Bruins plus 1.5. I like that. Sabonis points, yes. Memphis, Gonzaga, and Utah. I'm gonna say Memphis. I'm gonna say be careful with Memphis today. Although they win at home, they just don't cover at home, so I guess they should be fine. I just see that one as a single-digit game. If any of those are going to ruin it, it's going to be Memphis. But that's just me. That or it could be Boston puck line, because I feel like if Boston loses, it's going to be a puck line one way or the other. But that's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow. Good luck, guys. And as always, let's go Sabres.